Options are important for everyone when looking at retirement planning, but Ohio police and fire employees have unique circumstances. How do these safety workers know what they've selected is the right thing? Jim Lineweaver has arresting information that will calm their fires of concern, both today and in an upcoming free dinner. Jim is a certified financial planner with the Lineweaver Financial Group. So welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, we mentioned the dinner. We'll get to that in a minute. But first, say I'm a safety worker, fire, police, and I'm looking at my retirement options. I want to make the right choice to begin with, because I don't know that you can actually go back and make a second choice. So what should I be looking at?
Yeah, most of the times you can't. So when it comes to your pension and taking a payout, there's something called a qualified joint and survivorship annuity option that if you're married you can choose, so that if something happens to you, your surviving spouse would get some type of payment from the pension. But you got to be careful, because some of these elections, you really have to look at your individual situation, because you're right. Once you make that decision, for the majority of the situations, you can't go back and change it. So it's an irreversible decision.
Really important to have that information up front.
It is.
So, can you give us an example of how a joint survivor benefit would work?
Yeah, so let's say you wanted to pick a 50% survivorship option for your spouse, and let's say your benefit was going to be $60,000 a year. What ends up happening is you usually give up anywhere from 7 to 10% of your pension per year to put on a survivorship benefit. So instead of making $60,000 a year, you'd be down to around $55,000. But if something happened to you, your wife or spouse would get around $27,000, and they get that income for the rest of their life. And for a lot of times, there's a little cost of living adjustment on that too. But you just have to remember, you're also giving up about 10% of your current pay to do that.
Yeah, so it's making that decision. So what if I opt not to do the survivor's benefit? Can I choose only on my life?
You can. You can choose a life-only option. And this is where Police and Fire Ohio pension differs from almost every other pension in the state. If you take a life-only option on your spouse, in that scenario, you'll keep the $60,000, so you're not giving up another $5,000 or $6,000. But they have a statutory retirement benefit for spouses when you pass away that they're going to still get around $776 a month in 2014. Now, that's not a lot to live on the rest of your life.
That's true.
So therefore, what you can also do is that people can take that differential, or that $5,000 or $6,000 that they normally give up, maybe take a piece of that and purchase life insurance on themselves, so that way when they pass away, their wife would still get that $776 a month, but then they'll also get usually a lump sum tax-free coming in from the insurance to help take care of income and things for the rest of their life. And sometimes that can actually work out a lot better than taking a survivorship option, because one thing that people have to remember, if once they individually pass away, if you have the life only, or if you have a joint survivor and you both pass away, and if it's relatively young, guess what? Family gets no money. There's nothing left for the kids.
Yeah, so it's sometimes combining plans. How about health care benefits?
Yeah, this is important too, because a lot of these people are going to retire early before they would get Medicare at 65. They can see premiums as $850, $900.
That can really eat up a big chunk of their retirement.
Yeah, you could be up to $1,200 a month, so you got to be careful. But there are some good tax deductions out there for them.
Okay, and we kind of just had a chance to hit on both of these areas, but you have a program, a free dinner coming up soon that people can get more information on.
Yeah, it's coming up in March, because we're going to cover this and a wide variety of other topics, because it's really important for anybody closer near retirement. It's going to be on Tuesday, March 25th in the evening, and we're going to hold it at Lockkeepers. It is free to viewers. If they'd like to attend, they can just call the number.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. It's hard to be choosy if you don't understand your choices, so choose to get help. Attend the dinner or give Jim a call to get more information. The number for both is coming up right after this.
For more information, call the Lineweaver Financial Group at 1-888-313-4009 or log on to www.lineweaver.net. Next, any volunteers? Looking